Finally.
Finally, man, kids, like I'm not Instagram person at all. I'm more Facebook and other social medias, but like I'm not having photos usually. I'm not putting. It's like that's one of the things people you telling me I have to do, and I'm like, okay, okay. Eventually, I will get there. How are you, man?
I'm fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm always good, buddy. Always, always good. I'm busy today. We had a load shedding, but try to um, do as much as I can. My battery went flat, but we have a lot of people who are interested in my businesses and my ventures. So I'm very glad to share something soon to her.
Okay, that's actually great. I always say that sometimes the problem is not the problem, but the problem is how you view the problem. And with
Exactly.
that being said, welcome Toni to this live Insta.
Thanks, man.
I'm really honored and happy that I finally had you to this session. It really means a lot to my show and really means a lot to me.
Thank you so
With
much.
that being said, just to highlight the topic for today, which will be
Okay.
how then do we create successful business partnerships? Because
Yes.
I see you into property, I see you doing a lot of amazing things. So
Indeed.
that's why I was fascinated by the idea that, but how do you do it? I mean, how do you start to go around making these relationships that actually make the difference that makes the difference? Because at the end of the day, it's not about just making a difference, but it's about
Yeah.
how do you then make the difference that makes the difference. Welcome, Tony, and I'll really like you to introduce yourself to the
Sure.
viewers.
Okay.
And who is Tony?
All right. So I can see by my accent, I'm originally from Serbia. If people don't know where Serbia is, you should know tennis player Novak Djokovic. He's from Serbia, number one in the world. And it's between Italy and Greece. I came to this country 10 years ago with like a few thousand in my pocket. I met my beautiful wife in America where we both worked. And I was very much in the fitness industry. I did my fitness here, fitness in America, fitness in Serbia. Before I ever did fitness, I always felt like I'm always capable for more things. Everything when I start, it was working, and I'm like, I want more. And people ask me, Tony, what you want to achieve in life? I say, I don't know. I just always want more. And every time when I reach a new level, I always want more than that. And a few years ago, I was introduced to Robert Kiyosaki, which is wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, and his
Yeah,
ideology and his master of thinking. And it just changed my views how I should start thinking in life. Not just property, just life in general. And I decided to listen. There's more in life than just working hard. And I was self-employed. My wife was doing well in the SAP industry. So, but we very felt stuck. We both felt like we want to accomplish more. So I learned one thing with partnership. One thing what you need to have is education. Whatever you
yeah,
do, whatever you want to achieve in life, it's need education. And personally, I always loved properties, and property was like something that I always dream. But in my mind, property was always thinking like only for rich people. You know what I mean? You know,
yeah.
only rich people can have properties. And but after reading the book and after investing my own education, I realized, well, a minute, there is more to the meets the eye in properties. There's so many different funnels we can do. So what I did, I first educate, I surround myself with great coaches and mentors, and that same coach and mentors asked me to become part of the Robert Kiyosaki public speaker for South Africa. So for the last few years, I traveled around the country and I was public speaker for Robert Kiyosaki at the company called Legacy. And that's in the last few years, I spoke over 15,000 people
Mm,
and all around the country educate and give them like a chance. Listen, guys, it's possible to become investing properties. All you need to know how. And I coach lots of people. And I realized a lot of people ask me, Tony, please, I don't want this system. I want your system. I believe in your system. That's the reason I decided to create my own company called Property Mentor, where I said, well, I want to give a people chance to give affordable education, and I'm getting to that in a minute just now. But and it's changed my life. Me investing in properties, it's really changed my life. But definitely, what I learned is never do alone, never do by yourself. Always surround yourself with the right partners and I would call it a right power team. Now that
Mm.
is the most crucial, I would say, thing to do. You need to surround yourself with the right partners and right power team. Never do anything alone. It's a great saying. If you want to do quick and then succeed quickly, do alone. If you want to go far, let's do together.
Mm, 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 mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So what I learned, and I would advise everybody who will listen now or listen to this later, I will always find a partner for the strength that I don't have.
Hmm.
So every one of us have a different strength. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. So it doesn't matter what business you want to do. Every one of us have a different strength, what we are giving to the partnership. Now, my strength in my properties is number one, I'm really good finding good deals. Like it's not easy to find good deals, but I'm good at it. I build relationships very easy, and I'm good finding money, but I'm very good finding deals. But however, I partner myself with the people who are really good finding money.
Mm.
And that's what I'm like, cool. Let's get a few more partners, and I literally found a good partners who can literally find a great amount of money. I mean, I'm negotiating 5 deals this week, 2 blocks of flats, and 3 or 4 normal buy-to-lets where we're going to source along. And that's a one big advice I can give it to anybody who watches this. Find a partner who will give in your business what you don't have.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
for instance, I'm not good in IT. I'm not IT geek. I don't understand. I do understand the Instagram. I do understand social media. So I'm not stupid with the social media. However, it's so much more going to back up a word which you don't understand. That's the reason I partner myself for giving power teams of people who understand it. So
Mm.
my biggest advice of everybody who watching this, please don't be jack of all trades.
Mm.
All right? Because if you do that, I can tell you now, 99% you're going to fail. 99% of the time you're going to fail. Because you're going to try to do, let's say you want to do selling pots, whatever. You can sell pots and you can sell by yourself to 3, 4 people pots, maybe 10 people, maybe 100 people. But what about partnering with
Mhm.
some of the people who can expand to be the best pot seller in the country?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm giving you a really silly example, but people don't understand. And I think one thing what people do need to see is a partnership is credibility as well. I
Yeah.
find a lot of people, do not have a credibility, and they keep, how can I say, pretend when they're not, and they burn the bridges. Okay,
Mm.
so what my advice to everybody watch, get yourself a partner and get yourself people who and with trust involved. You need to have a people who have a same mindset as you have. Don't just get a partner who think completely different than you do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Find a partners who have the same visions, because the vision is so important. If you have the same vision, you go far. If you have a partner who doesn't give a crap, well, that partnership will go away. But credibility is very, very important, and honesty. Be honest. Don't pretend that you're not what you're not. Don't be that.
mm.
People can see that you're very easy, and I don't. How can I say? People can really see that you are a faker.
Yeah.
So don't pretend what you're not. All right, and just be yourself. But one thing I can definitely say: never give up. Always push. Always dig deep, and yeah, always never give up on our dreams. But partner yourself with the people who can support it with you.
Mm, mm. Spot on. Just a quick question, Tony. Let's say, firstly, I have made partnerships, but I realized the partnership does not work out. Like, I thought perhaps Tony is selling me the best idea to say, Magale, I understand your vision, I understand where you're going, and I want to be part. But once I'm in the process, I realize, but Tony is not the person that I thought he was.
Yeah.
Tony is not somebody that I thought we will make partnership.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, I realized the partnership does not work out. And already it's 2 years down the line, I've registered perhaps a company and I need to either, I have two options. It's either I quit the company or the partnership or the idea of the existence of the company. Then if there's somebody like that who is in unsuccessful partnership
Mhm.
and does not know how to go forward because the partners are not the people that he or she thought they are, how do you then right now start to advise
Mhm.
somebody in that situation where I'm in the deep end, I'm in the company registered, everything is documented and stuff like that. People know that Magale and Tony are pushing 1, 2, 3, 4. But then the day I've realized, but Tony is not somebody I thought he was.
Okay. Well, as you said, it depends of the legality of the sections, how deep your legal part you are. But my advice in the day is the biggest one is just be honest.
Mm,
Tell the partner, listen, it doesn't work it out. We have a tasks. My advice in every partnership, everybody have their own tasks. And if task is not met, and I always say try. It doesn't matter. Try with the people to accomplish the tasks. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It depends how much money is invested. That's always a key factor. If somebody share a lot of money into the deal or project, that will influence decision making. But at the end of the day, my biggest thing is just talk to each other. And so, listen, this doesn't work it out. You did invest, let's say, 10,000 or 20,000 rand. I need to buy you out because our vision is clashing. We're not in the same page anymore. Then I think you need to move on. It's like a bad marriage, isn't it? Um, why should you stay in a bad
mm,
marriage? You know what I mean? It's no different. The partnership is marriage. It's the same. It's no if you should look at it as your wife, as a partner. You should never look at it as how can I say anything else. It's the same thing. Would you stay in an abusive marriage? No. You know, you should leave. You should move away. That's my advice. Be honest, talk, and resolve it that way. First talk, and if it doesn't work, then if that other person is really difficult, then maybe speak to attorneys and then check the help in that legal wise.
mm, mm, mm. I think that is very profound,
Thank you.
and thank you for that. I mean, it makes quite of sense because a lot of times I've realized we're not too honest with our partners,
Yeah.
simply because it's either we are afraid to hurt them or we're afraid that if I buy Tony out, the entire existence of the company will fall or the entire image of the
Mhm.
company will fall. And I think that's very important.
Yeah.
that we start to be honest and have honest conversations about
Yes.
the productivity and the effectiveness or the productivity of the company or the partnership is concerned.
Understood.
So, to somebody who would like to start partnerships, let's say I have this amazing idea and I want to have partners because I realize I cannot do it on my own.
Yeah.
How do you then start to look at the people that will then enhance the idea that you have or will then enhance the business that you're already into? I mean, if I have an idea right now, for example, to start a delivering company or an app that delivers food, and I want partners, how
Yeah.
do I then right now start to look for people that will, or people that are actually, um, how can I put it? People that will be able to help me to make it a success. Let not be only the financial capital, but
Yeah.
for any other capital, and to actually realize that these people are actually the rightful candidate for that particular duty or job at hand.
Yeah. So the answer to that question is very simple. You need to have a same vision. You need to have a
Mm,
same vision, and that your vision did not clash. Your vision is together. you know, to get a partner on board, I said not just financial, how to find somebody who's good. Well, find the number one, find the same vision. Number two, find the strength of that partner, what does have what you don't have. Like maybe
mm,
you're very good in designing the app. You're very good. You're the best designer app ever, but you're really not good in business relations. You don't
mm,
understand how to social media partnership work and how to have marketing on social media or how to talk to people because you're really like a geek. You're really good to develop, but you're not really good in social thing. But you have the same vision. I think vision is come a lot with that, and use that vision to partner with people. The partnership is not like you going to the bar and find a chick in a bar. It doesn't work that way. You know, the
mm,
partnership is a process. It takes time to find somebody who you have the same vision. I myself, I have a few partners in a few different ventures I'm doing, but every time when I see a partner, I find a partner who can add into my business, not just to go over. So first vision, get a partner who have a strength which you don't have, is also give you financial strength. You don't have money, but you have idea. Well, bring the partner and but you comes to the same vision. I think the vision and also something good you want to go to marriage with. My biggest advice before even go serious into business, see if you can work together. Maybe put a contract in a place where you have like a 1 year probation. If it doesn't work, the business, then well, you walk away each other with no consequences.
mm, mm, mm. Thank you very much. I think it provides a little bit of clarity in terms of how to go about starting partnerships.
Yeah.
But just a quick one here. For example,
Yeah.
here's Mogale, who will love or who is already in business. But Mogale realized because I've from so let's say
Sorry,
okay,
line
are
is
we back?
yeah, it's loading a bit.
But
Okay.
fine. How then start to advise somebody who that part idea because they are eating the money or they're starting to do background deals behind your back. And you realize, but actually, Tony is actually corrupt. I mean, when we started this, Tony was fine, everything was going well. But right now, Tony is actually using the finances of maybe the company for personal use. And that is destroying the company. How do you then deal with such a character where the person has the financial power and maybe perhaps build you to be what you are today, but actually destroying you at the end?
Yeah. Well, you're busy breaking up a little bit. The signal was very bad, but I think I understood the final question. So it really depends how you structure the contract between two partners in the day. I think in the day you need to have good contract in place. As I mentioned earlier, it's like a marriage. It's no different. The contracts are there in order to get marriage, and remember, when you get in a marriage, you don't plan to get divorced. But if you get
Yeah,
divorced, you want to have certain things. And same thing with the partnership, right? When contracts in place, it's not there to not to hurt somebody's feelings. The contract is in place in order to, if something go wrong, we can walk away. So we can add certain clauses in a contract where you can say, well, if any party or they start abusing the system financially or whatever, we can determine it in the contract. So I think structuring contract agreement with whoever partner we get, it's very crucial. But you need to add in a certain manner. I'm always not an attorney. Attorneys will probably give you the better advice. Like an offer to purchase in properties, it's no different. Put certain clauses into the system, into the contracts where if something go wrong, you are protected. Simple as that.
yeah. Uh, just final comments in
Okay,
terms of can you actually tell us a bit about what you do as a
sure,
co-founder of Property Mentor,
sure.
and how did you come against all the odds to be the person that you are today? And what advice will you have for somebody who would like to be in property one day?
Okay, thanks, man. So property mentors come to idea. It's just a lot of programs out there. There's a lot of programs out there who promoting education and stuff. What property mentor? After being part of the big group, and I realized that a lot of people couldn't afford very expensive courses. I decided to create something that average person on the street can afford. That's the reason the property mentor come to idea where um, our mentors, myself as well as mentor, and my mentors who are actually part of I would never say they work for me, they're part of my organization. We're all property investors. You need to be property investor to become my mentor, number one. And when you're a property
Yeah,
investor, and not just, but also you need to be a person who can teach others as well, not just to be investor. There's a lot of investors there who can't teach anyone. But
yeah,
my mentor is actually investors and mentors in the same time, and myself included. So my mentors and myself, what we do, we literally hold people's hands. Now, a lot of industries are there, a lot of companies are there, will not do that. But we literally hold their hands, our students, from beginning to the end. So what I mean about, we literally go with you to the auctions, property auctions, or sheriff auction. And we tell you on live auction how to bid. They not just tell you to bid, how to bid, and we show you. We will go with you to the estate agents. The biggest thing when I was looking for big organizations and I coached hundreds of people, people didn't know how to talk to estate agents. So I literally
yeah,
show people and I'll go with you to the agent and I actually tell you how to talk to estate agents. And that's the biggest problem. People don't know how to talk to agents. You know, People
Yeah.
will say, I'm a big flyer. No, 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 don't talk like that. Don't talk. Be honest. It's a process, all right? And also, we teach how to do marketing, how to do numbers, very important, and how to raise funding. And so many other, I would say, institutions you can raise funding, and people do not know about it. So we actually expose our
Yeah.
students to that. And we actually go with you to distress sellers and help you to negotiate the deals. So that's one part of my property education. And second is online courses where
Mm.
every single week you receive different slides, every single month you receive different online course on different topic, and you literally you learn as a step. And I make a barrier for them. I make 300 Rand a month, like literally for my online course that any single person can afford, and that's the beauty out of it. um, you know and I even give for my online courses first 30 days for free. So
Mm.
first 30 days is free, and you come and you like it, you stay, you pay 300 bucks a month. And good thing is also we offer every single week, we do a Sunday at 12 o'clock Q&A webinar where we over Zoom. We have so many students come along, 20, 30, 40, 50, doesn't matter how many. And we literally brainstorm and we ask us questions. And I mean, just last session, I connect two of my students on a live webinar. I connect two students to do a deals together. They each can make 20,000. But it's just that's how powerful it is. And and property mentor is a mentor and online course of both students have access to my webinar, which happen every single week. And we also have power teams like that. We have our own attorneys, we have our own architects, we have our own bond originators, we have our own marketing team who can help you to and give a good discounts, etc. So I literally developed a system where then you obviously need to work hard to get deals. However, you need support, you need the knowledge, you need education, and Property Mentor is there for you in that sense.
Mm. I think that's a very amazing idea. I mean,
Thanks, man.
getting a service for free for 30 days and again getting a chance to pay as little as 300 Rand per month
It's cheap, man.
for mentorship. I mean, that's excellent from my side. I mean, that's affordable, man.
It is.
I, people
Well,
can
the
actually
mentorship
do
is
that.
different. So my online course is 300 Rand. My mentorship is between 3 or 4,000 a session. But then you work one-on-one with a mentor. With the online course, it's
Mm.
educational, and that's 300 Rand. And on a webinar, you ask questions. We have full email support 24/7. But if you want one-on-one with a property mentor, that's between 3,000 for a single or 4,000 if you for two people, 2,000 per person. But I'm saying a lot of our students, what they did, they start online and eventually they convert to mentorship anyway, because the people want that person to next step.
Mm. Tony, thank you very much. It's indeed an honor to have you on my show. I'm really amazed and I learned a lot today actually
Good.
about property and how to actually build successful relationships, which I think is very important for small businesses to realize how then you start to make successful business partners.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time. Thank you for
definitely.
your energy. And isn't it an honor? I cannot thank you enough,
Thank
but
you.
thank you very much. I'm really honored to have you on my show. So
Good.
any last words you have from my side or any final comments?
Cool. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I hope everybody who watched this live and recording, I think hopefully learned something new. It's for me. I love explaining knowledge. For me, the knowledge is something that it needs to be exposed to different people.
Mm.
And I like to be there for people to understand. There's always a more to meets the eye in everything what you do. My biggest advice, whatever you do, if you have a dream, never give up out of your dream. maybe it's good dream for you, but maybe it's not a good dream for others. And if it's a good idea, go for it. You know, find a way. You know, so many entrepreneurs I was exposed to in my life, and I have my own rich dads. I call them rich dads, poor dads, and my rich dads. You know, and I have personally a few mentors. You know, where not even in property industry, they're in other big insurance industries and big CEOs, and big also big on big of flats and warehouses, and I learn from them still. Even still this day, I ask them for advice, and so never always be humble when it comes to advice. Always be humble. Never think you know everything. And in shows like this, it's always good to share different knowledges. If you, I just think of my thing now. If you want me to share something about property, we can organize next few weeks. Um, I can literally give a few good tips about property advice. So if you want me to do something like that, you're more than welcome.
Mm. So, Tony, what I will do is that I will record this session and then post it on my YouTube channel, and then for everybody to access who couldn't tune in today,
Yeah,
and so that we continue sharing the knowledge and we continue sharing this information. I believe these very important sessions that as
yeah,
young people we must start to engage on. And thank you very much, Tony, and have
pleasure.
yourself a wonderful night. And as I've said, I can't just stop saying thank you. Isn't it
Pleasure.
an honor to have you on my show?
Pleasure, man. Thank you so much for inviting me. If anybody want to come to, you can find me on Facebook, Toni Ninkovic, Ninkovic. It's very silly surname, but it's Serbian. So Toni Ninkovic. And or you can go to Property Mentor at today, and you can see what it's all about. So, write me a comment. I'm not much on Instagram. You can write me a message. I will see it. But I get a lot of my Facebook people. I have quite a few thousands of people on Facebook following what I'm doing, and then I'm really looking forward to share my knowledge and experience with you. So if you need any advice or anything else, I'm more than welcome to help you personally with the properties. And yeah, I'm here for your followers, and if they need some advice, please. And thank you so much for inviting me, guys.
Thank you very much and all the best going forward.
Thanks, man.